Happy Friday, TGIF. If you're tuning in, tell me what your plans are for this weekend. Hopefully they involve wearing a mask and not being around too many people. And if you're watching the replay, you can do the same thing. You can tell me what your weekend's like. You can do hashtag replay so I know you're watching later on. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to continue our theme this week of finding balance. And one thing that I wanted to share was a little story about... It'll tie back to balance in a few minutes. But let me share this because I know some of you watched when I shared about teaching my daughter about the butterflies early on when I was doing the homeschooling for her. And there we go. Okay, so as we learned about the butterflies, and we all know, right, like the stages of a butterfly. It starts as a caterpillar, and then it turns into a cocoon. And in that cocoon, there's some magic that happens, and then it emerges as a butterfly. And we've talked about some of that before, but one thing that happens when it's in that cocoon is that it actually turns to complete liquid. It's just formless, right? And there's significance in that, I think. One of my yoga teacher's friends, Julie Dorman, I don't know if she'll be watching this or not, but she had posted in one of her Instagrams, and we were kind of going back and forth talking about it, about how right now, in the form of transition, in the sense of like where we're at in the world, we are in that soupy phase, right? We're in that place of just where everything feels soupy, right? We don't have a lot of form. We're kind of wondering what's going to happen, where things are going to land. We're hoping that we emerge as a butterfly, right? But we don't know, right? And obviously, it's very apparent right now that we're in this really big transition, not just each one of us individually, although we are, right? But in a sense of like how the world is, how our country is, there's this big transition going on. And so in that transition, we're asked to trust. And trust is a hard thing, right? Especially when you feel formless. And I think that that is something that can resonate with all of us, right? We're grasping on to find form, to find support, to find anything that feels steady, anything that feels comfortable or familiar. And so it's a really hard time to move through that. And that's where mindfulness really comes in, is being able to find a little bit of form without gripping on so hard. So we're going to practice that today. Let's start by just sitting up nice and tall and just noticing where we're gripping. So as you close your eyes and take a couple deep breaths, just inhaling and exhaling. Let me actually breathe with you. That's it. Just take another deep breath like that. Big inhale. Big exhale. And then continue to breathe. And what we're going to do is we're just going to start to clench up our hands and our feet. So clenching up your fingers and your toes, feeling that tension start to build as you breathe. So just noticing it. That's it. And then slowly let it go. And start to notice. Just notice how your body feels. Even my shoulders start to relax as I let go of that one. Good morning. Hey, Jenna. And then we're going to do it again. This time we're going to clench our fingers and our toes, our arms and our legs. So just feel everything start to tense up. Feel the muscles hug onto the bones. Continue with your breath. That's it. Just clenching. That's it. Good. And then release again. So just letting everything let go. Perfect. All right. And now we'll do it again, clenching our fingers, our toes, our arms, our legs, our belly. Maybe even pull those shoulders up a little bit. Feeling that tension start to build as you breathe. Take another deep breath. That's it. Good. And then release nice and slow. Look at my shoulders. They just went down so far. Yeah, let that start to soften. Sometimes it takes a couple of breaths even to come out of that one. Good. And then we'll do one more. And this time we're going to make like a scrunchy face with our face, like scrunch everything up from your toes all the way up to the top of your head. So just clenching everything, shoulders coming up, belly coming up, face making a lemon face. That's it. Take another 2 breaths here. Keep breathing. Feel that tension building. That's it. Good. And then slowly release. Feel those shoulders. Even notice your shoulders soften away. Relax your arms and your legs. And just feel yourself breathing here. Good. And just notice, right? Maybe you're still letting go a little bit. And it's normal. Our response of our body is even to tense up, right? When our body is feeling distress or tension, it tenses, right? When we start to overdo it, sometimes our body's reaction is to tense. So it's normal, right? But we get to have a little more control over it the more we allow ourselves to be present. So let's just take a couple more stretches here, stretching the arms out, opening your chest, and then exhaling as you round, stretching forward, rounding the back. So inhaling, shoulders back, opening that heart and the chest, good. And then exhale as you bring those hands forward, stretching out. 2 more, inhale and exhale, good. Last one. Big inhale and big exhale, perfect. As you come out of that one, just roll your shoulders onto your back. And then we'll take a nice big stretch. I'm going to scoot my chair back a little so you have more space. Bring your legs apart. So you're about chair distance with your knees. And we'll just start to make some circles here, warming up your hips a little. Letting yourself, even here, let go of tension. A lot of times in our hips and in our thighs or in your hip flexors, like the front of the hips, you might feel that tightness. So just bringing in that movement is really key in finding a way of letting go. That's it. And then change your direction. And each one of us has to find the balance, right? Sometimes we let go too much. We let go of all the control, and then that's not good either, right? So just allowing yourself to find that balance for yourself of letting go, but also of having a healthy amount of grip. Changing that direction, just moving, noticing where you're at, good. And then bringing the legs in. Let's come on in. We're going to do one quick stretch, and then we'll do our breath work. So this stretch today is going to be a variation of child's pose, all right? So child's pose, we all, well, maybe not all, but I know a lot of you guys know this from my class. Child's pose, you're going to have your big toes together and your knees apart. You can do it on the floor. You can also do it in your chair at a desk, or you can do it, I'm going to show you a fun way to do it with your chair that is really nice and easy on the low back, all right? So we're going to come in here, you're going to be kneeling on the floor, and you can bring your big toes to touch and your knees apart and just reach your hips back, and then start to reach your arms forward and just stretch, letting your heart soften, feeling yourself as you breathe here, and just letting your back body stretch as you soften your heart down. That's it. You can breathe nice and deep. You can stay like that. I'm going to show you one more variation that you can do. So if you don't want to come all the way down, my little sliders came off on this. There we go. So another way that you can do it is by just stretching your arms on the back of your chair. Right? You can even bring your hands into the wall if you want, but just feeling that stretch here, allowing yourself to breathe. As you lift your armpits a little bit, with your exhale, just soften your heart. Take 2 more deep breaths. That's it. And then we'll very slowly make our way back to our seat. All right, so as you come back to your comfortable seat here, just sit up nice and tall and notice how nice that feels. Shoulders, neck, back body, everything stretching out. Good. And then we're going to come back and take a comfortable seat. So you can sit however feels comfortable for you. And just take a moment here to check in. So notice how your inhale feels and how your exhale feels. And give yourself permission to start to let go. So close your eyes. As we breathe today, I'm just going to bring you through a quick body scan. And as I bring up a different body part, just to allow that part of your body to soften. So starting at the top of your head, softening the forehead, the eyebrows, the temples, your eyes and your eyelids, softening the side of your head and your ears, your cheeks and your nose. Relaxing the muscles around your mouth, softening your mouth, relaxing your tongue, and then even beginning to feel the back of the head softening and releasing as you begin to relax the muscles along the back of the neck, the sides of the neck, even the front of the neck and the throat. Allow your shoulders to soften away from you. the upper chest broadening, the upper back softening, allowing your awareness to move down over your arms, to your elbows, to your wrist, all the way down to your fingertips. And then from your chest down through the ribs, the front ribs, the side ribs, even the back of your ribs. And then bringing that awareness now down towards your belly and your side body, your low back, all the way down to your seat. And begin to let go now of any tension in the legs, starting at the top of the legs, down to the knees, knees down to the calves, to the ankles, and all the way down to the tips of the toes. And notice here how you can let go and still be supported, still find that balance. Even though it feels very soupy, the way that our life is right now, the way that our world is, very kind of wishy-washy, there's still form, right? We work on that form, but we work on also letting go so we can trust that what we have around us, what we have within us is enough. And we take a few more breaths here, just inhaling and exhaling. There's no amount of gripping with our body that's really going to help us control this. So see if you can let yourself soften into it a little bit more. Good morning. And then we'll slowly start to bring our awareness back and just wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch out your arms. Just come back to the presence of wherever you are in your home or at your work. And then just bring your hands in front of your heart. Hi, Leslie. It's so nice to see people from all over, from all the different parts of my life pop up on here. So I'm grateful for that. So as we close today, I bow to you. Namaste. Thank you for your work. Thank you to all our healthcare heroes out there, to all the people that are, doing the work to show up. Whether it's as a mom or a dad, or I have my friend Leslie, a librarian. We all do something. We all contribute, right? So make sure if you go out this weekend, please wear your mask. I have a couple of classes going on this weekend, including this morning at 9 a.m. I'd love to have you in class. It's over Zoom. You can sign up at NicoleTromYoga.com. So there's a class today at 9 a.m. and then there's a class tomorrow at 8 a.m. Love to have you in class, and hopefully I will see you all soon. I am running a special right now. You can get unlimited yoga for the month for $65. Otherwise, the classes are $10 for the drop-in. And you can find that all on my website. Thanks again. Share this with your friends. Make sure you drop a comment in, and I will see you all soon. Bye.